KTN News.
In other news, the government plans to increase its debt ceiling from the current 9 trillion shillings to 12 trillion shillings in a bid to help the national treasury borrow some more. This comes as the country explores options to finance the 2021-2022 fiscal budget after being hit by revenue shortfalls largely occasioned by the coronavirus global pandemic. What does this mean? KTN business reporter Brenda Kerubo explains.
As of August 2020, the stock of Kenya's public debt stood at 7.06 trillion shillings. This, together with committed and disbursed debt of 1.35 trillion shillings, translates to a total public debt of 8.41 trillion shillings, which loosely translates to an equivalent of the government being able to build 14 brand new Nairobi expressways. The Public Finance Management Act sets the public debt ceiling at 9 trillion shillings. National Treasury has submitted a proposal to the National Assembly to amend the Public Finance Management Act to create room for more borrowing.
It's a delicate balance. And that's why we say we are not shy from borrowing. For us to continue now upscaling expenditure, growth, employment, and making sure that we work through this challenging time, sitting around is not a solution. That's why we said we are going to borrow concessionally from the World Bank, from IMF, from other multilateral agencies, including even African Development Bank.
Tax collections have continued to plummet due to the reduced economic activity, which has further been worsened by job losses. The interventions measures to give businesses and salaried Kenyan tax breaks further saw the taxman experience a huge revenue shortfall. Collections in the 3 months to September dropped 15% to 317.6 billion shillings. At the same time, in the current financial year, 2020-2021, debt servicing payments for both domestic and external debt amount to 904.7 billion shillings. That is 47% of total government revenue.
Some of all these created a huge gap in our budget. We had to forego 172 billion Kenyan shilling as a result of those measures. Reduction of the VAT, reduction of the income tax, exemptions of payment taxes from anyone earning 24,000 and below, among very many others. We had to have all in this. So that's how we've been struggling.
The government is currently discussing a $2.3 billion lending program with the International Monetary Fund. It is also having talks with the World Bank for the provision of additional budgetary support loan. Brenda Kerubo, KTN News.
Yet another crisis seems to be looming in the health sector following a dispute between clinical officers and the Council of Governors over the return to work formula. A COG under the stewardship of Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya issued a statement